Hello, this is Matthew, and I welcome you to another episode of Unrewarded Intelligence, the channel that offers you free information about expensive matters. This week, we have Bitcoin to $38,769, $1 is 2,579 sats, and Ethereum at $2,580.98. Crypto markets were jostled by several macroeconomic factors, including the stark rise in commodity and energy prices, geopolitical uncertainty stemming from the invasion of Ukraine, and the midweek executive order from U.S. President Joe Biden regarding the regulation of cryptocurrencies. Asian market participants rotated out of smaller cryptocurrencies and into BTC and ETH, with notable activity in DOT, AVAX, Atom, and GALA. U.S. flows were diverse. Several corporates scooped up BTC and the desk saw renewed interest in stakeable Layer 1 assets such as DOT, SOL, XTZ, and ADA. Overall, these bullish flows were well balanced against BTC and ETH sellers taking advantage of the midweek strength. The EU sessions were dominated by stablecoin flow. The desk saw selling interest in AVAX, DOT, and Luna, and buying interest in Atom. After Bitcoin broke a multi-week trend of suppressed on-chain activity last week, it saw a significant drop in activity across the board. Active addresses fell by over -4.8%, new addresses dropped -4%, daily active supply decreased by a whopping -17.9%, and transaction count fell by -3.6%. Bitcoin's market value also dropped after seeing green last week. The leading cryptocurrency's market capitalization fell by over -5%, a $40 billion reduction week over week. Additionally, average transaction fees dropped by more than -22% following last week's astronomical +75.6% rise. The Bitcoin network also saw a downtick in security-related metrics, indicating miner optimism may be fading. Specifically, Bitcoin's hash rate dropped by -4.8%. Notably, over the past couple of weeks, Bitcoin's miner market cap as a percentage of total market cap has fallen by nearly -0.2%, suggesting miners are less optimistic than the average market participant. Moreover, Bitcoin's miner outflow to revenue ratio rose by +1%, meaning that miners are offloading more coins than they are bringing in. Now let's start with news of the world. The EU Parliament scheduled a vote on the Markets in Crypto Assets framework on March 14, following the final submission of the draft bill. Stefan Berger, a member of the European Parliament Committee on Economic and Monetary Affairs, indicated that the draft legislation would not include ambiguous text seemingly calling for a ban on proof-of-work crypto mining. MiCA aims to provide legal certainty and offer reliable supervisory structures for cryptocurrencies while supporting innovation. The committee will still discuss the bill with the European Council and the European Commission following the vote. The Guangdong Province's Development and Reform Commission reportedly took down an illegal crypto mining farm. The mining farm allegedly operated 190 crypto mining machines in an electric vehicle charging station, which were all seized. Government authorities identify suspected crypto mining operations by examining electricity consumption patterns, though illegal operators often disguise their electricity use through fronts like this electric vehicle charging station. Jiayong, a city located in the eastern region of the Guangdong province, seized 916 mining machines in February alone. Hedge fund Nickel Digital Asset Management surveyed institutional investors and wealth managers, collectively managing $110 billion. The survey indicates 73% of participants believe that Bitcoin is a viable hedge against inflation because of its finite supply. Foundation Devices Incorporated unveiled its new BTC hardware wallet Passport Batch 2, a thinner and cheaper update to its previous Passport Founders Edition. The company also announced a new BTC mobile wallet, Envoy, which serves as a companion app to the Passport, enabling a more seamless experience in setting up and updating the hardware wallet. BTC Incorporated CEO David Bailey will give out $100,000 in tickets to the Black Bitcoin Billionaire members for Bitcoin 2022. The company will award 3-day general admission passes to a lottery made up of supporters of Black Bitcoin Billionaire who have purchased merchandise this past year. Octa Pharma Plasma, a US-based company that collects, tests, and supplies human blood plasma used to create medicines, launched a pilot program to give plasma donors $100 worth of BTC per donation, and donors can give up to twice per week. Ocoin is teaming up with the Stacks Accelerator and Stacks Foundation to launch Bitcoin Odyssey, a grant program with $165 million in funding that aims to help bring all the elements of Web3, for example, play-to-earn crypto games, DeFi, NFTs, DAOs, and the metaverse. Over to Bitcoin. The VC-backed project aims to propel Bitcoin past Ethereum as the go-to blockchain for decentralized applications. Wyoming Senator Cynthia Lummis is leading work on the Responsible Financial Innovation Act, which impacts taxation and securities rules relating to cryptocurrencies. The draft legislation will provide clarity to the industry, including guidance on capital gains relating to crypto mining, staking, and spending. With respect to spending, the bill proposes a tax exclusion of up to $600 such that taxpayers aren't on the hook for tax payments for everyday, smaller expenditures involving cryptocurrency. The bill clarifies that capital gains do not apply to productive activities such as mining or staking. Under this legislation, people would have the ability to exit retirement vehicles, to reinvest the proceeds into cryptocurrency without a large tax liability. Lastly, the bill seeks to clarify the definition of brokers, which was a hotly contested topic last year in the passing of the $1 trillion infrastructure bill. In particular, exchanges and custodians would be considered brokers, while most other actors in the industry would not. Christopher Wray, director of the Federal Bureau of Investigation, claimed that fiat is a more likely avenue for Russia to circumvent sanctions. During a hearing hosted by the Senate Select Committee on Intelligence, Director Wray indicated that the FBI has developed significant expertise on digital assets, noting seizures of crypto as evidence that the United States has the ability to block efforts to illicitly use crypto. Wray said, "The Russians' ability to circumvent the sanctions with cryptocurrency is probably highly overestimated on the part of maybe them and others." A $1.5 trillion appropriations bill for 2022 passed the Chinese House of Representatives, including provisions aimed at central bank digital currency, CBDC, known as the digital yuan. One provision calls for the administration to produce a report on the Chinese CBDC, including the short, medium, and long-term national security risks that would arise. The report will focus on transactional surveillance, illicit financing, and economic coercion. The bill also mandates reporting of ransomware payments by providers of critical infrastructure to the Cybersecurity and Infrastructure Agency within 24 hours of making a payment. The Securities and Exchange Commission rejected 2 applications for a spot Bitcoin ETF that were submitted by NYDIG and Global X. As in prior rejections, the regulatory filings allege a lack of surveillance sharing agreements and inability to curb fraud or manipulative practices in the market. In the exchange stock market, after last week's positive week for US-based BTC futures ETFs, the AUM of all US-based BTC futures ETFs fell except for BTF, which saw a negligible plus 1.58% increase in AUM. BITO saw the biggest AUM drop minus 5.4%, followed by XBTF, minus 4.2%, and VITS, minus 3.4%. The ETFs continued to trade at a discount to NAV this week, albeit at a lesser rate. The discount to NAV fell by roughly minus 1.3 to minus 1.9 percentage points across the board. After trading volume increased for most US-based BTC futures ETFs last week, volume dropped significantly week over week. BTF saw the biggest drop in volume, minus 75.6%, followed by XBTF, minus 75.2%, BITO, minus 68%, and BITS, minus 38.2%. Separate filings dated March 10 show that the SEC denied NYDIG and Global X's applications to list spot BTC ETFs, citing concerns around fraud, manipulation, and valuation methodology. The decisions follow recent rejections of applications for spot BTC ETFs from Fidelity, First Trust, Crypto and VanEck, and Wisdom Tree. VanEck's Digital Assets Mining ETF, DAM, launched on Wednesday, March 9, offering exposure to companies in the crypto mining industry. The ETF will invest 80% or greater of its total assets in securities of firms that earn at least 50% of their revenue from mining activities. Valkyrie launched its own Bitcoin Miners ETF, WGMI, a month ago. VanEck head of product management Ed Lopez indicated that it's a compelling time to launch this product. He expects demand from many investors who want exposure to digital assets. ETF constituents include Riot Blockchain, RIOT, PUT8 Mining, HUT, Marathon Digital, MARA, Iris Energy, IREN, Canaan, CAN, Hive Blockchain, HIVE, Northern Data, NB2.GR, Block, Square, Bitfarms, BITF, and Silvergate Capital, SI. Meanwhile, in the decentralized finance universe and NFTs, decentralized savings app, Anchor Protocol, reached an all-time high of $14.2 billion in total value locked, TVL. In January, depositors exited the platform over fears that the 20% fixed reward on stablecoin UST deposits would soon become infeasible. The yield is powered by a reserve that covers rewards when the protocol's fees from its interest rate spread do not generate enough funds. However, in February, the Luna Foundation Guard contributed $450 million to refill the protocol's reserves and support the reward rate. Anchor reserves currently sit around $476 million and deplete by $2 million daily. The community has engaged in discussions over the past month to engineer new methods for ensuring the stability and longevity of a 20% reward rate. Digital art platform Neon launched the first NFT vending machine in New York City, named NFT ATMs. The intent is to make NFT purchases easier for users. The vending machines carry small paper boxes that have QR code slips, and once the QR code is scanned, the user can see their new piece of art. Prices range from $5.99 to $420.69. The Avalanche Foundation announced a AVAX $290 million incentive program called Avalanche Metaverse. The program aims to encourage the growth of subnets on the network, which can be thought of as blockchain-as-a-service products. This program follows the $180 million program launched last August, which focused on promoting the network's DeFi ecosystem. While most of the crypto market has been in turmoil, Terra's Luna has continued to surge, reaching new all-time highs this week. The surge comes out of demand for Terra's stablecoin USD, which is minted by burning the dollar amount equivalent of Luna. The surge unbalanced the USD curve pool, but the Luna Foundation Guard is pulling funds from its treasury to provide more liquidity. The Near Foundation released its Road to Decentralization, which details the organization's roadmap to make the protocol more decentralized. This includes upgrades to the protocol to make participating in consensus more accessible to less wealthy individuals and groups, as well as community-focused programs to promote gaming guilds on the network. This is all for today. The text version is in the description. Thank you for supporting our channel. Use this information wisely, stay sharp and illuminated. If you enjoy this session, please support our channel by clicking like and subscribe, and we will keep you updated with the news.